I'm Margaret Gordon. Because I only have 3 minutes, I borrowed from a family tradition, and I've written you a cheesy poem. So here we go. Project-based learning and math teachers. How do they plan these projects? A wide world of resources. From these, they select their objects. They consider their learning goals and real-world applications. They explore what's out there and create the expectations. How did I learn about math teachers and a project plan? A multi-method case study to describe a diverse span. A survey, semi-structured interview, and clinical interview together provided a rich description of the ways teachers create a tether between resources connecting mathematics to the real world and engaging professionals until students' creativity becomes unfurled. The cases were based on preferences of how teachers interact with curricular resources, offloading, adapting, and improvising, to be exact. Offloaders like to use resources as they come, and my offloaders were not different. Modifications they wanted to stay away from. This was hard for my offloaders, as resources do not yet exist for project-based learning in math, a problem curriculum developers may want to assist. Adapters are more willing to tweak the resources they find. They also love to create their projects using a variety of resources combined. Improvisers are different. They like to be inspired. The world and its many resources are constantly evaluated and admired for how they could work in a math class and who could come in and share their expertise in maths. Analysis of data-driven coding revealed the wisdom of the teachers. From professional networks to educational platforms, they created awesome features. They drew on student interests and supported student needs, made mathematics relevant, and planted learning seeds. Through the lens of activity theory, the experience was understood. Teachers designed their projects with resources they deemed as good. When the resources were not quite right, they made their adaptations. They collaborated with their students and colleagues, overcoming any frustrations. The study focused primarily on the interaction between subject, instruments, and projects. However, the teachers did describe constraints their communities placed on their projects. These constraints included time and standardized testing, but also supports that showed their schools were investing in structures and logistics that could better project-based learning. These included showcases, invited guests, and students interning. Something schools could learn from who want to do this work, or policymakers pay attention to, so they don't become the jerk. I learned a lot in my research about how math teachers plan projects for their classrooms despite the many challenges at hand. I also learned some lessons based on my limitations. For one, prepare for language differences if you want better quotations. In future research, I hope to explore the planning process from the student perspective, other teachers, and more. Thank you for your time today. I hope you had fun with my dissertation poem. And with that, I am done.